What's up, folks? Hope you're doing fine. Moin moin, meine lieben Sportsfreunde. Today, I want to talk with you about a really important question which is frequently asked in my streams. And this is, Mednasah, what means meta formation? Mednasah, what is the meta formation in this game? Please, can you explain? And with this video, I want to answer you this question. So first of all, meta means most effective tactic available. And this is really important to know because there is a reason behind why it is called like that. So what makes this formation so effective? This tactics. We will talk about everything. So I will talk with you which formation is necessary, which players, which type of players, the player styles, and of course, which team play style is necessary to play in the meta formation in the meta system. Quick counter and long ball counter are the team play styles to go in a meta system. For other play styles, for other team play styles, on the one hand, the defense AI is too strong, and on the other hand, the own offense AI behavior is too weak. In the counter team play styles, the players are always trying to run behind the defensive line of the opponent, or you're able to make quick, short passes like tiki-taka system. With possession game and other play styles, this is not possible because you always need to wait for the teammate runs. You always have to wait for your AI. Especially the missing manual trigger run option is making the other system even more unplayable. So first of all, we will start with the formation. The meta formation in general is a 4-2-1-3 system, but this can vary a little bit. It can be a 4-1-2-3, it can be a 4-2-1-3, it can be with 2 center forwards and 1 second striker, it can be with 1 center forward and 2 second strikers. In the defense, it can be with 2 fullbacks, 2 center backs, or with 3 center backs and 1 fullback. With this system, with my 4-2-1-3 system, I've achieved a 113 win streak last season. I am playing here also with a 4-2-1-3. So 1 right back, 1 left back, 2 center backs, 1 DMF, 1 CMF, 1 AMF, 2 center forward and 1 second striker. As you can see, there are little differences, but in general, it's almost the same formation. As I mentioned before, there are 2 most effective play styles. Either it's quick counter or it's long ball counter. It depends on you. The differences I will explain in a different video. But these counter styles are the ones to go. In this meta formation system, I want to explain you now which player play styles you need, which type of players, and also what kind of individual instructions you have to include in your game. Starting with the goalkeeper, I am preferring Peter Schmeichel, but it depends on you which goalkeeper you want to use. It's offensive or defensive, it's up to you. It's a matter of feeling how you feel with your goalkeeper. For me, Peter Schmeichel is the best. And now we are coming to the more interesting parts. It's the center back positions. I always prefer you to play a combination of 1 center back build up and 1 center back destroyer. If you're playing with 2 destroyers, you're too offensive. If you're playing with 2 build ups, you are too defensive. For the fullbacks, I prefer to play with defense-oriented fullbacks who are able to defend, who has got lots of defense skills like fighting spirit, like interception, like blocker. When they are fast on top, it's the perfect combination. So fast and high defense. The play style for the fullbacks is not that mandatory. They can be offensive fullbacks, they can be defensive fullbacks, they can be fullback finisher. It's not that important because you will deactivate their play style with the individual instruction defensive on them. If you put defensive on a designated player, he will refrain from pushing forward in attack. And this is what we want. We want him to stay back so we are not in the risk, not in the danger to get counter-attacked. In the DMF position, I would recommend you a player who's got the play style box to box. If you are especially playing on quick counter, that you want your DMF covering the whole pitch, or if you play on long ball counter, I would prefer a player with the playstyle orchestrator. So he will lurk in the back and initiating attacks. This is what we need. And in this case, I would recommend you players like Rijkaard or Vieira. If you don't have these kind of players, I would recommend you to go for anchormans like Fabinho. This is a defensive oriented midfielder who is protecting the back line. And this is what we love in this kind of lineup. The CMF position is a really important position because it connects your defense with your offense. And in this situation, I would prefer your players with the play style box to box or orchestrator or whole player. Important is that you have lots of stamina and that this player is able to cover the offense and cover the defense. He needs offensive skills and defensive skills. This is what I would always recommend you. With offensive skills, I mean passing skills, for example, one-touch pass, weighted pass, through pass. If you play with crosses or low-lofted passes, the low-lofted pass. And for the defense, it's mandatory that your CMF player has got interception, at least. Also, fighting spirit is a must-have for this kind of players. The attacking midfield is the most critical position in my opinion because good players in this position are really rare. In the meta formation, I highly recommend you to go for a whole player or at least for a creative playmaker. Whole players are nice for this position because they are always searching for the run into the front, but there are also some really good creative playmakers which you can use on the AMF position who will do a great job. In this case, I am recommend you players, whole players like Cruyff, like Kaká, or if you're looking for creative playmakers, or if you don't have these whole players, I would recommend you Lionel Messi as an AMF in the creative playmaker position. What kind of abilities are necessary for attacking midfields? They need to be good in passing, dribbling, and finishing. And they also need high acceleration. They are like an all-rounder in the offense. They need to initiate good assists and attacks with the through pass or one-touch pass. They need dribble skills to overcome the next opponent, to open up the spaces in the back line of the opponent. And if they have the chance to score, they need good finishing. They need the skills like first-time shot, acrobatic finishing, or even long-range curler, long-range shooting. All of them would be really great, so they can score in specific kind of situation and they can assist in specific kind of situations. In the offense, I would prefer to play with 2 center forwards and 1 second striker. In the forward, you're able to make quick and short passes. Some people are calling this ping pong play. It sounds bad, but it requires a lot. You need a lot of skill for that to be able to that. But if you have the level, if you have the skill level to do that, it will be really hard to predict your passes. The opponent's defense will always act a little slower because forwards are always a little faster, also in reaction times. You can make these quick passes and the opponent will always struggle to defend these kind of balls. And if you're able to do that, you will put your forwards together and they will always stay compact together and they will always provide to make this kind of passing systems. One of them will always be able to run behind the defensive line, so you can do the through passing to him and the next thing is just up to you. You will make the passing to the back that your center forward can score this ball easily, or he will go for a one-on-one with the goalkeeper and he will score like that. If it would be possible, we would go for 3 center forwards, but the game doesn't allow that. You can only make it as 2 center forwards and 1 second striker. Therefore, the 1 second striker position here on the left side in my system, it's Neymarcito. And talking about Neymarcito, you can also see my style of players. We didn't talk about them. So I am using a fox in the box Romario, a goal poacher Mbappe, and a creative playmaker Neymarcito, a player who takes advantage of any opening in the defense to initiate attacks and assists in shots on the goal. For me, Neymar is one of a kind because he's so strong in dribblings, also with his curl and his skill, long-range curler. He's doing nice goals, especially in combination with the double touches from the side, from the wings. If you're able to go past one opponent, one defender, and you see the space in front of you, these curl shots will be almost impossible to save, and therefore he is my man to go. And the 2 other center forwards has to be really agile, has to be fast. Players like Mbappe, players like Romario, players like Heung-min Son. And if you have these kind of players, you are able to break through every opponent's defensive line. And if you're away, if you break through, they are not able to catch you up anymore. And when on top, these guys are clinical. It's just depending on you if you will score or not. It will not depend on the player. It will not depend on the play style or anything else, because if you're breaking through, it's over and it has to be a goal. As my individual instruction for my offensive players, I am using counter target on Neymar and counter target on Romario. So they will not defend, they will stay at the box, they will stay at the opponent's half, and they will wait for passes. So we don't need them in the back. We want them to stay in the offense. We want to initiate quick counter attacks. So we have always the guarantee that 2 or 3 players are staying on the front and can provide us with scoring goals. But for this, you need to be good in defense and you need to be good in offense. In defense, you don't have lots of players, so you're missing 2 players. And in the offense, you don't have lots of players who are coming with you to the front because you're making quick counter attacks. You have to be able to score with 3 or 4 players only. If you're asking me if you don't have Romario, what would you do? I would put Mbappe in the center and Michael Owen on the right side. Or if you go for no epics, it would be in case of Michael Owen, Heung-min Son. This is how I will go without them, without epics. I will always try to have fast and clinical players at the front. This is the most important thing. They have to be agile, they have to be nimble, and they have to be clinical. This is the meta formation. This is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, I would love to see a like. I would love to see a subscribe. Let me know in the comments what kind of topics you want to talk about next so I can explain that. Thank you for watching. I will leave you with a nice and smooth Bam, Junge!